theatre and to this evening's performance of King John. Can you just take a brief moment to check your mobile phones? Can you make sure they're turned off and not on vibrate, because in a small space like this, we can still hear them and they can still be distracting. Thank you very much for that. Enjoy the show.
C'est-à-dire ici.
Now say, Chatillon, what would France with us?
Thus, after greeting, speaks the King of France in my behavior to the Majesty, the borrowed Majesty of England here.
Strange beginning. Borrowed Majesty.
Silence, good mother, hear the embassy.
Philip of France, in right and true behalf of thy deceased brother Geoffrey's son, Arthur Plantagenet, lays most lawful claim to this fair island and the territories, to Ireland, Anjou, Poitiers, Touraine, Maine, desiring thee to lay aside the sword which sways usurpingly these several titles, and put this same into young Arthur's hand, thy nephew and right royal sovereign.
What follows if we disallow this?
The proud control of fierce and bloody war to enforce this right so forcibly withheld.
Here we have war for war and blood for blood, controlment for controlment, so answer France.
Then take my king's defiance from my mouth, the farthest limit of my embassy.
Bear mine to him, and so depart in peace. Be thou as lightning in the eyes of France, for ere thou canst report, I will be there. The thunder of my cannon shall be heard. So hence be thou the trumpet of our wrath, and sullen presage of your own decay. An honourable conduct let him have. Pembroke, look to it. Farewell, Chatillon.
What now, my son? Have I not ever said how that ambitious Constance would not cease till she had kindled France and all the world upon the right and party of her son? This might have been prevented and made whole by very easy arguments of love, which now the manager of two kingdoms must with fearful bloody issue arbitrate.
Our strong possession and our right for us.
Your strong possession much more than your right, or else it must go wrong with you and me. What? So much my conscience whispers in your ear, which none but heaven and you and I shall hear.
What men are thou?
Your faithful subject, I, a gentleman born in Northamptonshire and eldest son, as I suppose, to Robert Falconbridge, a soldier by the honour-giving hand of Coeur de Lion, knighted in the field.
What art thou?
The son and heir to that same Falconbridge.
Is that the elder, and art thou the heir? You came not of one mother, then, it seems.
Most certain of one mother, mighty king. That much is well known. And as I think, one father. But for the certain knowledge of that truth, I put you all to heaven and to my mother. Of that I doubt, as all men's children may.
Tom, thee rude man! Thou dost shame thy mother, and would her honour with this diffidence.
I, madam, no. I have no reason for it. That is my brother's plea, and none of mine. The which, if he can prove, pops me out from fair £500 a year. Heaven, God, my mother's honour, and my land.
A good blunt fellow. Tell me, why, being young born, doth he lay claim to thine inheritance?
I know not why, except to get the land. But once he saddled me with bastardy. But whether I be as true begot or no, that I still lay upon my mother's head. But that I be as well begot, my liege. Fair fall the bones that took the pains for me. Compare our faces and be judge yourself. If old Sir Robert did beget us both, and were our father and this son like him, oh, Sir Robert, father, on my knee I give heaven thanks I wasn't like to thee.
What a madcap hath heaven lent us here.
He hath a trick of Coeur de Lion's face. The accent of his tongue affected him. Do you not read some tokens of my son in the live composition of this man?
Mine eye hath well examined his parts and finds them perfect, Richard. Silver, speak, what doth move you to claim your brother's land?
Because he hath a half-face like my father. With half that face would he have all my land. A half-faced groat, £500 a year.
My gracious liege, when that my father lived, your brother did employ my father much.
Well, sir, by this you cannot get my land. Your tale must be how he employed my mother.
And once dispatched him in an embassy to Germany, there with an emperor to treat of high affairs touching that time. The advantage of his absence took the king, and in the meantime sojourned at my father's. Well, how he did prevail, I shame to speak. But truth is truth. Large lengths of seas and shores between my father and my mother lay, as I have heard my father speak himself, when this same lusty gentleman was got. Upon his deathbed, he by will bequeathed his lands to me, and took it on his death that this, my mother's son, was none of his. And if it were, he came into the world full 14 weeks before the course of time. Then good my liege, let me have what is mine. My father's land, as was my father's will.
Sir, your brother is legitimate. Your father's wife did after wedlock bear him, and if she did play false, the fault was hers, which fault lies on the hazard of all husbands that marry wives. Tell me how, if my brother, who, as you say, took pains to get this son, had of your father claimed this son for his, in sooth, good friend, your father might have kept this calf bred from his cow from all the world, in sooth he might. Then if he were my brother's, my brother might not claim him, nor your father, being none of his, refuse him. This concludes. My mother's son did get your father's heir. Your father's heir must have your father's land.
Shall then my father's will be of no force to dispossess a child that is not his?
Have no more force to dispossess me, sir, than was his will to get me, as I think.
Whither hadst thou rather be? A Falconbridge, and like thy brother to enjoy thy land, or the reputed son of Coeur de Lion, lord of thy presence, and no land beside? I like thee well. Wilt thou forsake thy fortune? Follow me. Bequeath thy land to him. I am a soldier, and now bound to France.
Brother, take you my land, I'll take my chance. Your face hath got £500 a year. Yet so your face for 5 pence is dear. Madam, I'll follow you unto the...
Nay, I would have you go before me thither.
Our country man is to give our letters way.
But what is thy name?
Philip, my liege, so is my name begun. Philip, old Sir Robert's wife's eldest son.
From henceforth, bear his name, whose form thou bearest. Kneel thou down, Philip, but rise more great. Arise, Sir Richard, and Plantagenet.
Brother, by the mother's side, give me your hand. My father gave me honour.